Do you ever sit in a lecture and think,
so what does this actually mean in practice?
This is So What? Social Work.
With Abigail.
And Josh,
With over 50 years of combined experience within the social care sector.
we are lifting the lid on adult social work in practice.
And you might be thinking,
So what? These are our personal views and opinions.
All case examples are fictitious or have been sourced from the public domain.
We are not representing any organisation or public body.
So what? It's episode 8.
Here we are. We're still going strong. This is all good fun.
Vicarious trauma, shaking, rocking in our... It's real. It's a real thing.
True story. Yeah.
It'll follow on nicely from last week's deep conversation about the
I was deep.
practice.
I was drained after that. I had trauma after that. I was drained.
We were rocking.
Honestly.
You did a cocky tea
We
after
went
that.
down a hole. That's what we did. It was good though.
It was good.
I enjoyed
and hopefully
covering it all.
informative.
Yeah, well, I really hope it was informative, not as just waffling on, which is what we like to do a lot.
But it is our perception, our thinking.
Oh yeah, our opinions.
Our opinions.
So we've got to start. It's fine. It's all fine.
What are we proud of this week?
Ooh, well, this week I'm proud. It's quite a random one actually. I was driving down some back lanes.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
We're just lifting the lid.
Really
lifting
not a
the
euphemism
lid.
either. Driving down a back lane and it was backed up actually.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know, right?
The lane was backed up.
Yeah, so there was 2 cars coming forward and there was 6 cars, which I was in,
Yeah.
6 cars trying to go the other way.
Right, okay.
So we met in the middle. And this had clearly been going on for a little while because there was a man at the front going, come on, for goodness sake, raising his hands up, getting very frustrated with the driver coming, like heading towards us.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness me. So I sat there for a minute. He was still kicking off. And I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. The man behind then, he was getting frustrated as well. But the driver coming forwards was not budging, bless her. So I pulled up my handbrake, turned off the car, and I went down to see what was going on. So
You're marching down.
I did. And someone said, oh, God, you're going to sort this out now. I was like, well, I'm going to go and talk to him.
Did you do the whole...
I did. I was like running down the hill. Don't mind me.
Do you have a backpack on?
No, surprisingly not.
Dora's here.
I wasn't Dora today. So I went and I said, oh, hi. She just looked at me. She didn't say anything.
Oh.
There was like no emotion whatsoever. And I said, would you like me to reverse back for you? So I looked at the woman. There was another woman behind her. This is very long-winded. And I said, she went, I'm all right to go back. It's here. I was like, okay, that's fine. All right, okay. So I said, are you having an issue reversing? I said, do you want me to reverse back for you? She just looked at me blankly. I said, I don't mind reversing if that's what you're struggling with. And she just kind of blankly looked. And there was 2 little girls in the car with her as well. I think she might have been grandmother maybe. And she just wouldn't say anything.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, I said, I don't mind reversing if you want me to get in. And I said, it's just that, I said, there's 6 cars that way now. And I said, there's only one behind you. So is there any chance that you could either pull in just there, look, so I showed her where she could pull in, or I can help you reverse if that's what you're struggling with. So I just kind of stood there with her for a minute.
Yeah.
And bless her, she then moved her car.
Oh.
It wasn't the greatest reversing,
Yeah.
but she did it, and she kind of budged up as best she could to the place where I showed her. And
Well done.
and then the cars, albeit very carefully, the 6 cars that I was part of were able to slowly go, and then the woman behind her reversed all the way back.
Lovely.
And everyone, the 2 people that I walked past to get back to my vehicle were like, thank you. And she waved, the other woman waved to me and was like, thank you. And I could see this woman wasn't waving at the other 2 gentlemen.
Oh.
I waved at her to say thank you, and she waved back. And I thought, do you know what? I'll take that.
Yeah.
Because she was clearly extremely anxious about the whole furore that was going on. the two gentlemen were getting quite frustrated with her, and I get it.
Yeah.
I think they'd been there a little while. So yeah, that's my proud moment, because I feel that because I went down to actually speak to her
Yeah.
and say I can help if you need it, or like showed her what she could do, she did it, and everyone could move forward.
Well done.
Thank you. So I was really proud of that, actually.
Bit of patience is all it needed.
And that's,
isn't it?
patience and a
Yeah.
little bit of conversation.
We just don't have it, do we? We're just rushing.
Everyone's always rushing everywhere.
We're always late.
But I got out of my car and I went down to say hello.
What time of day was it? Was it the morning or?
No, it was the after. It was like 3:30.
Oh.
So, yeah.
School traffic.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the issue.
That's why everyone was getting a bit hot and
A little
warm and
bit annoying.
stressy.
But there we go.
Okay.
It took a minute.
Well done, you.
I know, thank you. Thanks very
Outstanding
much.
member of the community.
Woo! Yeah, that's me.
On that day, anyway.
All right. God. Don't get any complaints from you. Thank you very much. I'm just saying.
Wow.
And you?
Big Stan's back. There
Oh,
we are.
hello, Big Stan.
My new one still hasn't arrived yet.
Outrageous.
No, I know.
I hope it's in the post.
The
still.
makeover. Don't know where it's coming from. It's on a shipping container, I think, somewhere.
But it's all merched up.
It's all merched up.
That
Hopefully it
sort of
looks
thing.
good when it gets here.
Big Stan's wife.
Big Stan's like, oh, yeah.
Husband.
Yeah, Big Stan's gay.
Yeah.
Big Stan's
All
husband.
right, that's why I said
Yeah.
husband.
And that's my proud moment. It's filmed
Ah.
in June.
Yes.
This won't be out in June, but filmed in June, and it's Pride Month.
Woohoo!
Pride shoes.
Love those. I love them.
I know. Thanks.
I've got some Pride Converse, actually, which are sparkly.
We'll match when we go to Winter Pride in Gran Canaria in November.
Absolutely.
But no, proud member of the LGBTQ plus community, doing it for the people.
Yeah, every day.
LGBT buddy over here.
I'm a queen ally.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
We're queens together.
Oh, yeah. Ultimate queens.
If you want to join the podcast for a talk, let us know.
Please do. We're here for
You
it.
might have vicarious trauma to talk about.
Oh, God. I've got it already. Oh, dear.
Wow. Before we go into that, though, I think let's talk about our little faux pas about holidays recently.
Oh, well, you just mentioned then that we're going to go to the GC, celebrate Pride.
The GC.
The GC.
We
Gran
love
Canaria.
the GC.
We do.
Once a year at least.
It's our home from home.
Home from home. I often say, actually, if I could retire out
You
abroad,
do.
I'm
You
going
really
to
do.
retire in the GC.
That's not even a lie.
Proud. No, it's proud. Proudly. My proud,
Proud,
moment. Proud. Yeah, I would absolutely go there.
Good, I know.
Playa del Ingles.
Always.
TDI, as known in
Otherwise
some
known
circles.
as. Oh,
But
yeah.
we were going to go away in a few weeks, weren't we?
We were.
But it was just diary management was a
Well,
nightmare.
okay, my diary management was horrific.
We only had a 3-day window as well because somebody else's diary
Oh,
management
my
as
goodness
well.
me.
Because it was
That
working,
gave me trauma.
working 23 days and then had 3 days
Oh,
off.
how many days was it again? Because I can't remember.
23.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Mark. I wonder what day he's on now.
He's on his second lot of 23 at this point, I think. We might have
Yeah,
finished, actually.
it might be over.
It might be over
Might
by
be
now.
done. But yeah, my faux pas was that I haven't coordinated my calendars in any shape or form.
You have a lot of calendars, though.
Well, I was proud that I was getting to grips with my, like, this calendar,
Yeah.
the Tom and Ab's calendar, but clearly I hadn't moved stuff over from the other calendar.
Your work calendar,
I'm like,
your personal
oh my
calendar.
God. So I completely ballsed up. I think it's fair to say. So now we're not going on a holiday.
No, but it's okay because we've arranged some other things, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And we arranged a festival for next year.
Woohoo! I'm so excited.
I am staying in a B&B.
I may bunk down with you if the weather is really bad. I'm just saying. I'm declaring that now on this podcast.
It's a single bed I've
What's
got.
your?
A single
I don't
bedroom,
care.
but
What's
yeah,
your
you can-
response?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
no, you can come. Yeah.
I thought, oh, this could be handy actually.
I did actually say to Anne, I was like, I wonder if I could sneak someone in for a shower every day, like one person extra
Yeah.
in for a shower. It is a
Surely.
B&B, so I just might have to just like shimmy you in.
Oh, it's a B&B.
It's a
I thought it was an
B&B.
Airbnb.
No, it's an actual. It was through Airbnb, but it's a B&B I've booked. Breakfast included.
Nice.
Got an ensuite shower in my single bed. My 20-minute
How old
walk.
are you? 5?
I know. I was like, Okay.
Rocking in from a festival. Hi, Mum, I'm home.
I messaged saying, how far is it from the festival? Is it quite close? About a 20-minute walk. I said, lovely, that'll do.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, I'm all over that.
I'm not brave enough to do the camping life.
Well, I am.
I know you are.
I mean, God knows what it'll be like, but, you know. I mean, I've been to festivals before and I love them.
I'll give your daughter priority.
You've got
use of the
to
shower.
immerse yourself.
Well, you do.
Yeah, I think everybody does. Immerse yourself.
Feel the
fun.
dirt.
Yeah.
No,
Why
I don't
not?
mind doing it maybe a night, but 3 nights I thought, I just can't.
Oh. Mark was on a campsite. He's doing Duke of Edinburgh work. And a lot of the boys were saying rude words outside of or in their tents. And Mark was getting quite annoyed about it. And I was like, have you not been a teenager? Because I know I was saying rude words out of a tent when I was in a festival about 10 years ago. So, no, in fact, it might even be longer than that.
I was going to say, 10
I think
years?
it was longer than that.
Yeah.
That's actually quite scary because it's probably 20 years ago, which is gross.
Yeah. It's probably about the same for me, mind, if I think about it. Yeah, so.
God.
Anyway,
So old.
we digress from the topic.
But I'm not old in heart.
You're not old.
And that's why I'm going to another festival.
You're as old as you feel. I am going to prioritise shower use for your daughter, though.
Rude.
Well, I think it's fair. She's young. She needs younger. Young. I'm not old. Oh, she's young.
Wow.
She might want the shower more than you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. She's younger. I'm older.
All right. Well, you can both have use of it.
Okay, thanks.
What? Sorry.
We'll say we're the family.
Hi, Airbnb owners. I hope this is okay.
We're family.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But there's 2 men and a woman and a child. What's going on here?
Oh, well.
We're all going to sleep
All
in a single
friends
bed.
together.
No, I don't mind. As long as I can sneak you in. I'll try. But back to vicarious trauma.
Wow, okay.
Whoa, sorry everyone. Hope you enjoyed that little foray into
Well,
our...
indeed, yeah.
It'd be remiss not to mention it though, wouldn't it?
Oh, I think it would be, yeah, absolutely.
Saving all this for our side hustle one day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Late.
Hashtag late.
Right, so we've done some research on trauma-informed practice and vicarious trauma.
I've got my notes.
Same. I've got a bit of a concise overview. Shall I start there?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Let's get concise.
Trauma-informed practice in adult social work recognises the impact of trauma on individuals and seeks to promote safety, trust, choice, collaboration and empowerment. It also acknowledges the risk of vicarious trauma for practitioners who are regularly exposed to others' distressing experiences. Trauma-informed practitioners use reflection, supervision, professional boundaries, and self-care strategies to maintain their well-being and provide effective, compassionate support while avoiding re-traumatization.
Wow, you just summed that up. We might as well close the podcast right now.
Well, what are your views
What
on
the hell?
it? Give me your research.
Well, first of all, I think we need to highlight what is trauma.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks very much.
Yeah,
I'll
what is
take
it?
that. So, trauma can result from abuse or neglect, domestic abuse, bereavement, serious illness or accidents, bullying, homelessness, discrimination or hate,
Yeah.
adverse childhood experiences, also known as ACEs, war, displacement or exploitation. I'm sure the list probably goes on. I mean, anything that you have found traumatic and experienced
It's trauma.
is trauma.
Yeah.
And that's personal, isn't it?
It's your reality, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, and I think when we think about it in the context of social care, social work, trauma-informed practice aligns closely with the principles of the Social Services and Wellbeing Act and the Code of Professional Practice, which we covered in the last episode.
In a previous episode, yeah.
So if you want to know more about that, and it focuses on well-being, rights, dignity, integrity, and person-centred care. And I think when we think about strengths and well-being, when you're thinking about someone who's suffered a traumatic experience, rather than asking what's wrong with you,
Yeah.
because you're immediately on the negative and it's like, I didn't know, I am I the problem then?
Yeah.
It's actually, practitioners need to consider what has happened.
Yeah.
And it completely changes the narrative, doesn't it, when you're working with someone who has suffered trauma and the way that you're practicing. So there's key principles of trauma-informed practice, which again comes back to the COP and the Social Services and Wellbeing Act, which is making sure that person feels safe and in a comfortable environment
Yeah.
so that they're able to express themselves and maybe, you know, if you've got that relationship, that they're able to tell their story.
So psychological safety.
Absolutely, yeah. And then so that they're able to explain what's happening, how they're feeling, and avoid unnecessary surprises for them as well, and for you. So, and how you react to it.
Yeah.
It's important that you, as the practitioner, remains calm.
Yeah.
That you're not like, oh my God, that sounds horrific. You know, it should be, okay, thank you.
What
for sharing.
happened to you?
Yeah, Jesus, you've been through a lot.
Whoa.
I mean, it should be, thank you so much for sharing that, and remaining calm. And I think trustworthiness is essential. So for you as the practitioner, being consistent, reliable, don't make any promises as to how you might be able to support that person. So being honest and transparent.
I can say transparent. There's got to be a transparency
Love
in there.
that. And follow through on what support you might be able to offer.
Yeah.
Or what conversations, or even the next appointment.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be there at this time.
Really important.
And keeping in touch with them.
Yeah.
I think comes back to the code of professional practice, where you're giving that person choice and control about how they share their story. Mm-hmm. Sort of when you're talking about informed decisions, so say they might need care and support that might be linked to the trauma, that they have control over that, and they're enabled and empowered to talk about their wishes, their feelings, what they want to happen, what matters to them. That's essential. And working with the person, not doing two.
Collaborative approach.
Absolutely. Love that. And again, you know, empowering, focusing on their strengths, their abilities, their resilience. Yeah. You know, if you're taking a trauma-informed approach, there's obviously been some kind of trauma. Mm-hmm. So, and it's important to focus on, you're here, you're sat with me right now. Yeah. That's brilliant.
It's a massive step, isn't it?
It's huge. And it just shows the resilience of them, that they've allowed you maybe into their home. Yeah. Maybe they've met us in a public area or in an office environment. And that takes a lot of courage sometimes for someone who's been through a lot.
We take that for granted, I think. Sometimes people opening up a conversation with you is a massive step for that person. Yeah. We don't always think of that, though, do we? No, we don't. We take it for granted. And,
you know, we talk about practitioners being super busy and we don't have time for anything and things like that, when actually you're in a very fortunate position that somebody is willing to work with you. Yeah. And you need to hold on to that. Yeah. And I think rather than rushing them and saying, well, 3 strikes, there's the classic, 3 strikes, you're out. If you don't engage with me properly within 3 times, you're out. Yeah. That is not the approach to take. No. It should be, okay, they're not working with me at the moment. Let's try to understand why. Yeah. Are they feeling threatened? Do they feel distressed? Have they felt let down? Have they been let down by other services in the past? And I think it's being patient. It's taking the time to get to know the person and to understand where they're at right now, and maybe what the trauma has been that's led to them sitting in front of you potentially.
So that's balancing being a trauma-informed practitioner kind of approach, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Lovely.
Yeah, thanks.
What about cultural humility? Any research on that? No?
Oh, you obviously have.
I have.
My God,
honestly. Have you got any research on that? Because I have.
Oh, my goodness. I've just whiffled on for quite a while then, I'll have you know.
Yeah. Cultural humility.
Thanks for that, Josh. Talk to me.
That's it.
Tell me more.
It's just a buzzword, that's it. No. Cultural humility and responsiveness recognise how culture, identity, discrimination and inequality shape experiences of trauma. Just as an add-on of...
Right, can you elaborate on that then?
Well, to me, I haven't got more research on that, but to me, what I would take from... Whoa!
Well, you went there, so I want more, okay?
I would take that as having humility, having that ability to know you don't know everything and you're open to other things. So talking about cultural humility, if you're working with someone, a bit like what you just said, you may not have thought about what's brought them there.
The why.
The
often,
why.
Isn't it?
The so
why
what.
Are you here? Yeah, absolutely.
You may not have thought about all of that. You might not have thought about discrimination they have faced, the their identity, how their culture of their life has shaped them. You might have to be very open to that and just be aware of what they're bringing to the table. So cultural humility to me is that openness to think a bit wider, not just I'm open to hear you and listen to you and hear what matters to you and hear about your trauma. I'm open to understand what led you here from a cultural perspective, not just traumatic or social work journey or your life story kind of background. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It should be a given that the culture that you're working within enables that kind of work, doesn't it? That patient, timely, working with the person at their pace.
Relationally.
Absolutely, darling. Absolutely. And I think we can go, so using calm, respectful communication.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Avoid judgmental language. Recognising their triggers as well.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk about something, we talk about quite intense things, don't we, when we're working with people?
Yeah.
I think it's being mindful how that's phrased with them and what they're comfortable to talk about at that time.
But being mindful that you might not get it right as well, and it's okay if you don't get it right. Then you can if you see the body language changes or...
It's okay to say, oh God, I'm so sorry.
Yes,
I didn't know
that
affected you, and I'll be mindful of that next time.
And that's that humility again, isn't it? People,
totally.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Call it. If you notice it, call it. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say something that's triggered?
Yeah, I feel that you're looking a bit uncomfortable here.
I'm so your legs shaking now, or you're,
it's all of those signs, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just supporting the individual to feel heard and respected, ultimately, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how we can move forward to address maybe some of the traumatic issues they've been through or the practical things.
Yeah.
They might need some care and support.
And we may bring some experience in terms of empathy. We might bring some experience of our own trauma that we've come through. And
that's okay.
Yeah.
We talk about professional boundaries.
Yeah.
Be mindful of what you're talking about and how you share it. But there's nothing wrong with that at all.
No.
Empathy is essential in the work that we do.
And it might be that you use that knowledge to help your relationship with an individual without sharing what happened to you, but you just show the understanding you'll have a deeper understanding of them because you've maybe been in those shoes, and I think that you'll be more attuned to maybe what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you're not, that's okay as well. You may have learned through practice.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And sometimes if someone's been through a traumatic event or adverse childhood experiences, sometimes it's kind of cathartic sometimes to talk to somebody who hasn't experienced that and say, actually, and you're like, oh, right, okay, I didn't know, thank you so much for sharing, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you can take that forward as learning.
Yeah.
When you're working with somebody else who might have suffered something similar.
Yeah.
Or been through something similar.
And people can see then that you've come out the other side. And that, if people are
Brilliant.
particularly struggling and they're open to that communication with you and building that relationship and rapport, sometimes that can be really useful to see, I've actually come through this, or I know other people that have come through this without sharing details.
Yeah. But also not undermining where they're at right now.
Yes.
Not comparing.
And their reality is them. It will be bespoke to their situation, won't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. I believe we have a question.
I believe we do, Josh.
We do. From a experienced social worker, actually.
Yes.
Hannah.
I know. I'm intimidated.
Let's play Hannah's question.
I've seen her work. She's fabulous.
She is I worked with Hannah for a few years, a while ago now, actually. It's been a little while, but she's worked in a lot of different places, and hopefully she'll come and share her story with us soon.
I would certainly love that.
And people can hear a bit more about it with her experience. But let's play Hannah's question.
Hi, Josh and Abby. My question for you is, empathy is one of our greatest tools in social work, but it can also leave us vulnerable to vicarious trauma. How can frontline social workers find the balance between remaining deeply empathetic and connected to the people we support, while still maintaining the emotional boundaries necessary to protect our own well-being? Are there any tips and tricks that you have found useful in your own practice? Many thanks.
Great question, Hannah.
That is a good one.
Difficult question.
Oh my God, how can I answer this? That's a really, really good question. Really poignant, I think, to people working in social care, to be honest.
I mean, just to kind of summarise that question, to me, it's how we manage when you've got empathy, you're working with a lot of trauma, you're taking on a lot of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
How do you and I, what tips do we have of how we manage that while remaining empathic to people?
For me, I think it might be for you, is talking to you.
And only you.
Yeah. And talking within the team.
Yes. Yeah.
So peer supervision for me is super duper essential. Super duper. That's how important it is. I said super duper.
Yeah.
It's so important to share how you're feeling. And it's not undermining or being derogatory about a case that you're working with. That's support.
Yeah.
For your own well-being.
So talking and reflecting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think taking regular breaks, use your annual leave, do not burn out.
No.
And I think it's also really important that you kind of structure yourself. Like, for example, don't end on a Friday afternoon when you know it's going to be a really traumatic, or not traumatic, but you're going to meet, say, for example, you might meet somebody new that you're working with. I don't think that's helpful for anybody on a Friday afternoon.
No, okay.
Because it might trigger things for them.
Yeah.
And you're left going home thinking, oh my God, I feel quite drained after that.
Yeah.
That's a lot to take on then for a weekend. And that person might not be able to access services that they might not be able, because it's the weekend. We all know what happens on the weekend and bank holidays. So I think it's taking time out for yourself.
Yeah. I would just caveat that with certain teams will be different on that Friday afternoon. Depends on where you're working. If you're working very frontline, you may not have a choice to. If you've got duty agents, things, you might have to.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
But I appreciate if you can. That is you're absolutely right. If you have the option, and you can, it's certainly better when you can come back the next day or spend a bit longer. You haven't got to rush off. So that is the gold standard if we can, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think actually it's probably important that what is vicarious trauma? So it's the emotional and psychological impact that can occur when a worker is repeatedly exposed to other people's traumatic experiences, and it's sometimes called secondary trauma. So I think that's important. And I think we've spoken a bit about well-being. Do you have any hints or tips?
I mean, what you were saying about talking, obviously, I do a lot of that too. So why we have a podcast. Do you like listening to our voices, hopefully?
Yes.
Talking, for me, it's talking and reflection. We're very much the sort of people that will sit in a room and get everyone involved. So I think what you said, I completely mirror for me. Thinking about working with a lot of other different people, just thinking and watching their styles, they're not my tips, but I've seen how other people do it. And I think some people will hold a lot of things in. And maybe kind of stew on that for a while, and it can become that secondary trauma. So I think what I've seen other people do is wait for supervision, formal supervision, wait for someone else to bring up the topic, so then they can, I've had that experience. Okay. And they are tips that those people are using. And it's good to use supervision. It's good to use things that are in the rocks that are in your diary already.
Lovely. Very good.
Plug.
Yeah.
But I think those people may talk to their family, relatives about, maybe not give details, but I think they might have had a hard day today, go through an overview. And that might be how it works for some people. Some people aren't talkers.
Yeah.
Some people might journal. Some people might write things down. And sometimes we all have to write case notes in social care.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes taking a bit of time to write a long description of what happened or your intervention.
Park it, can't you then?
They can help you get it out. If you've got no one to talk to, some teams, they work from home completely, they've got no opportunity.
Quite isolated.
Sometimes it's writing that person's recording, whatever that looks like in your area, case note, intervention, recording, assessment. Sometimes it's getting it out. To be honest, another tip I've got when I can't talk to anybody is writing something out, and then it never goes anywhere. I delete it after. but
Okay.
how I felt about it.
Yeah, okay.
If it made me feel really upset or angry or however, I might write exactly how I feel,
Yeah.
warts and all,
Yes.
swear words galore.
Yes.
If you're writing
But if that helps.
if you're writing it in an email, do not put anyone in the two, because you might send it by accident.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, that's not good at all.
And just get it out, move on.
Yeah, totally. I think that's really good. And I think also, depending on where you're at, it might be worth going to seek some like well-being support or counselling or occupational health, that kind of thing as well. If you think, and I think it's important to talk about some of the signs of vicarious trauma.
I agree. Yeah.
It could be that you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed or numb, increased anxiety or worry, difficulty sleeping, intrusive thoughts about service users' experiences, feeling helpless or hopeless, irritability or low mood, difficulty concentrating, becoming overly protective or fearful about safety, or reduced job satisfaction. I think if you're experiencing maybe a few of those things, I implore you to speak to a friend, a supervisor, a colleague, or share it if you're lucky enough to have a reflective session or peer supervision, so that it can be shared. And hopefully, like they say, a problem shared is a problem halved, and then you can talk through it then. And if needed, for God's sake, make that referral to counselling or occupational health so that you can access that support when it's needed before it gets too far down the line.
Too ingrained, And I think back to sometimes, perhaps during COVID, when we had experiences working frontline, newly qualified, and before and just after, and having both working teams that we were working remotely, having less of that ability to go to people to have those ad hoc, because we're quite, if it's happening now, we want to speak to someone now, don't we?
Yes.
And not everyone does, but we do. And I remember just feeling quite alone, and sometimes it's okay to recognise that this line of work, the team you're in, might not be for you. Yes. That might not be the work you're doing with people. It might be that focus or that team setup is not for you, because working remotely isn't for everyone. Again, sometimes otherwise, other alternative to that could be the other way. Maybe you're surrounded by a team all the time who's talking so openly about their trauma. That's causing you to take on too much people's trauma. Yeah. And maybe working remotely would be better for you. And it's good to have that trial and test of both, isn't it?
Definitely.
Because we definitely relied on each other a lot. And some other colleagues, I think, at the time.
100%.
And I remember sitting in like a newly qualified peer session with a group of newly qualified from different universities, and most people being in tears and just being... That's one of my most profound memories of my career. Is why these meetings have never been like this. Everyone was in traumatic. Tears. Everyone was feeling that trauma, and a lot of that was because it was COVID. It was so difficult for teams to be structured the right way. What was the right way? You couldn't manage it.
It was unprecedented, wasn't it? Nobody knew.
Unprecedented.
I know, right?
I know.
I went there.
Haven't heard that for a long time.
I know. I said it.
That's trauma.
It took you back.
It did.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember speaking. It was funny because I think that was a turning point. Certainly for me and you, I think when we saw a lot of people were upset, that kind of triggered our social justice warriors, didn't it? And it was like, enough's enough. Because other people were upset and we were upset.
No, we don't like people
stressed.
being sad, do we?
But other people coming to us and then being like pitifully sad.
Like crying.
I think that was the last straw for us. Then we said, what are we... And because you're not thinking logically sometimes. When you're in that... vicarious trauma, secondary trauma world, I think you don't see the wood for the trees. No. You're tunnel visioned. And the answer to us was trying a different team, trying a different environment, trying a different line of work. Yeah. Or some of it, I'm going back to previous work I'd done before, going to a previous area of work. Yes. But that's what we needed to do.
But it worked for you, and that's really good.
But we didn't, it was quite simple in some ways, but it didn't feel simple at the time. It felt difficult.
I remember I had one student, and we work with a lot of people who have quite significant mental health issues, and she'd had personal experience, not herself, but within kind of family members and things, and she said that it was really triggering for her, actually.
Okay, yeah.
And that's why the role wasn't for her. And that's
Yeah.
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
It's great that they had the self-awareness
Yeah.
to say, this is actually triggering me.
Yeah.
It's causing me a little bit of trauma, and this isn't
Not
for me.
No.
And I really like that she was honest.
Really honest.
And open about it.
I remember that. I remember we had a student, one of the first students in the team I worked in hospital, years and years ago. She came and she worked in children's, always worked in children's, and wanted to work in children's when she qualified.
Right.
External student to the authority.
Yeah.
She went to a ward, saw lots of people unwell.
Right.
I've never seen this before, but it stuck with me. She came back really upset. I said,
Oh.
what's the matter? And she said, well, just all those ill people. And I'd never, it's quite a basic thing, but I'm not used to seeing so many people so unwell. It just really broke my heart to see how everyone was so unwell. And it wasn't, you were a young student particularly. She was mature, she had kids, she had family. So I just didn't like how they all, in their beds, they felt that everyone was unwell. I'd never heard someone say that before.
Oh.
And she wasn't on a ward that was particularly, full of...
Kind of end of life.
End of life, anything like that. But it was really triggering for her. She's like, I didn't know what to do, that everyone around me was so unwell. I'm supposed to be helping someone, but I wanted to help everybody.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, come here, I'll give you all hugs. Yeah. I can relate to that, actually. I used to work in an elderly care home.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And the activities person, she's brilliant, but we had to be really, because death is inevitable, particularly in an elderly care home, and unfortunately it kind of, it's kind of the norm when a really elderly person dies. Yeah. But she struggled with it every single time, and we learned that then. So whenever a person sadly passed away, she'd come to the office, and we'd break it to her more sensitively
then, nice.
than maybe we would with the other carers, and we'd give her a little bit of time out, so she, gather her thoughts, reflect about the person she'd worked with, and that's how we managed it with her.
Brilliant.
So, and I think it's important, going back to Hannah's question, it's how do you manage it? It's like, it's kind of knowing who you are, a bit of self-awareness, self-reflection, and then working with people around you then to support you through it.
Yes.
I think.
And if you can't, because some people can self-counsel, self-coach, or you can't do those things, like you said earlier, go to what's out there, have a look what's out there, see what your organisation can offer. They may be able to offer something. There's also, I think there are some free resources for social workers in Wales. I'm sure there's like a coaching service you can get through Social Care Wales. At the time of saying this, I'm sure you could. I'm not sure if it'll be there forever, but it's worth looking into things like that, the organisations that support social work and health. There are organisations that provide therapy for health and social care. You're not alone, and I think you should look into these options if you haven't got anyone else to talk to.
Definitely.
Get in touch with us as well, and we will try our best to signpost you as much as we can if you're living in that world. I can't guarantee we can solve the problems for you or how you're feeling. No. But we may be able to signpost you accordingly, hopefully. Yeah, that would
be really good. And the Code of Professional Practice actually links to, this kind of, it's maintaining your well-being.
Yeah.
So that you can provide safe and effective support and care.
Yeah.
Seek support when you are becoming affected by your practice. And it's essential that you engage in learning and reflective practice.
Yeah.
Because that's ultimately you being then accountable for the work and the boundaries and that kind of thing. And I think it's important also when we talk about vicarious trauma that we reflect on burnout. Because there is a difference as well.
Yeah, significant.
So vicarious trauma is caused by exposure to others' trauma, where burnout is caused by chronic workplace stress, workload or organisational pressures.
Yeah.
Vicarious trauma can change beliefs about safety, trust, or the world.
Yeah.
Where burnout usually leads to exhaustion, frustration, and reduced motivation.
Okay.
And then vicarious trauma linked to traumatic content, and that's really important. Where burnout isn't necessarily linked to that.
No.
And I think it's important to highlight the differences
Yeah.
because I think the support could be different.
Yes, it needs to be tailored to the right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's really essential.
Yeah.
To recognise, for example, if your workload is too much, you're overwhelmed by it, or you're burnt out by it, then for goodness sake, speak to your supervisor so that they can maybe look at your workload, so they can relieve some of that pressure. Or if it's the trauma that's the issue, okay, what can we do to try and relieve some of this trauma? Where maybe do we need to signpost you further?
Yeah.
How is it impacting you? And tailoring that.
They may say, listen to Abigail and Josh.
I mean,
so what
the
social work?
light-hearted social work.
Email them at sowhatsocialwork@gmail.com.
We'd love
which
to
is
hear
embedded
from
in
you.
my brain at this point.
I love this. This is brilliant.
I was going to say as well, the only other thing that, just to make it a bit lighter,
Yes.
holidays.
Oh,
Have you got
my
one
goodness
expensive
me.
holidays?
They don't have to be expensive.
Cheap and cheerful. Look at us.
That's how we deal with life.
We go on holidays. As
Always
much as
have
we
something
can.
to look forward to.
Or 3 to look forward to.
I
if we
mean,
can.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
And they can be cheap and cheerful. We go on holidays with our families separately.
Yes.
We go on holidays together with our husbands. We also go on holidays just the two of us.
Yeah, mix it
and
up
we have
a
a
bit.
great time.
Yeah, because you get different kind of conversations,
Yeah.
support from all sorts of different people,
Yeah.
don't you?
So what, social work on tour?
Oh, yes. I am so here for
Down
it.
under?
Down under.
What is the so what here?
Well, the so what is trauma is very traumatic, actually,
Yeah.
and very
absolutely is.
significant in the work that we do. And
Common.
I think it is really important that you have self-awareness and you're able to reflect, or you have time to reflect, and that you seek the support.
Yeah.
Because I think that then supports you then to do your job effectively.
Yeah. And being open to different types of trauma that people may face, thinking about the trauma-informed practice part as well, that it's okay if you don't know.
Yeah.
And being open and honest with that person will mean a lot, that you're just listening to them. And active listening is key with people.
Yeah. And it's okay to say that you're overwhelmed or that you're suffering from some vicarious trauma as well, because that's okay. These working in social care can be super intense.
Yeah.
And it's important that you reflect on that and just say, yeah, do you know what? I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed here right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah, seek the support, seek friendship, seek conversation, and seek a good holiday when you can.
I couldn't agree more. And join us next time where we talk about the Johari window, Abigail's favourite topic.
Hell's bells. Okay.
In the meantime, please get in touch via that email, sowhatsocialwork@gmail.com. Leave a comment on our socials.
Yeah, we've got all the socials all over the shop.
LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Down with
Mary.
the kids.
Down with the kids. Leave a review on this podcast if you've enjoyed, or please just leave a comment with any feedback you have or any topics you'd like us to discuss. And if you're suffering vicarious trauma or secondary trauma,
Yes.
and you think we may be able to help, please ask us. If we can't
Reach
help,
out.
we will try and signpost you accordingly.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this useful, or if you know someone who might find this useful, please share.
If you have any questions or feedback, get in touch via email, sowhatsocialwork@gmail.com.
Be sure to follow us on social media. Search So What Social Work with Abigail and Josh. Put a rock in that diary to catch us next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.